You ain't gonna stop me now. This is my Keto kitchen and I'm gonna come cook you down. Gonna cook you down. Woo! Just kidding, I'm gonna make you full. I'm gonna cook till your plate is good. I'm gonna be doing what I should in Jaslyn's Keto kitchen, where the food is bitchin'. In Jaslyn's Keto kitchen. Welcome to Jaslyn's Keto kitchen. How are you guys? I'm doing pretty great. I started some fun new stuff this week. I joined a gym. I've been swimming and using the treadmill. Got myself some new shoes. This is day 5 of hitting the gym and I absolutely love it. So I encourage you guys to get fit and move your bodies. I have done a lot of at-home walking and done Zumba and stuff, but after joining a gym, now I feel really empowered. So I recommend doing that. Today on Jaslyn's Keto Kitchen, I'm gonna make a really simple meal because after working out really hard, I'm tired and I don't wanna do a big, huge thing. Even though I'm gonna film for you guys, I want it to be simple. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make you buffalo chicken. This is like one of the fastest meals that I make. You take three frozen chicken breasts, because that's what fits in my dish. You want to use a small dish. If not, all the chicken juice will go out and kind of disperse instead of staying together and keeping it moist. Your next ingredient is some Frank's Red Hot, poured over the top. Yum. You take 1 pat of butter. And I'm going to chop it into 6 little pieces and just put a pat of butter on the top of each piece. And then let's do a few shakes of the green Tabasco. You can use the red Tabasco too. So we're using cayenne pepper and jalapeno as our heat. Woo. Some pepper. Salt. And lastly, I got some Colby cheese. And sprinkle some of that yummy goodness on here. About right. One of my girlfriends tells me that if you use tenderloins, that they're like fall apart chicken. So that's another option instead of chicken breasts, is to use some tenderloin. And I make this all the time because it's so fast to pull out just these simple ingredients. And you have a yummy, yummy fast dinner for all those busy working moms and whatnot. It's a little simpler than doing buffalo wings, but all the flavor of the buffalo wings. We're gonna go for crusty cheese on top so that you have the crust that you expect from a buffalo wing that's been fried, but you're gonna get it through crusty cheese instead. We're gonna pop this in the oven. I am going to bake it at 400 for the crusty cheese element, about the middle of the oven. It's going to take maybe an hour for this to cook. If after an hour the cheese isn't crusty enough, we'll broil it until it is crusty enough. So for the next thing, I'm going to teach you how to make some bread to go with your dinner. Because who doesn't want to have a nice slice of buttered bread with your dinner. You're going to take 2 tablespoons of butter, drop them into a glass ramekin, and you'll want to melt them in the microwave, about 30 seconds. Okay, so I like to do the coconut flour as my next ingredient. And it's just 1/2 of a tablespoon. 1/2 of a tablespoon. Two tablespoons is 4 carbs. It's normally 9 carbs with 5 grams of fiber, which takes it down to 4 carbs. So 1/4 of a tablespoon is only 1 carb. So far, you have 1 carb from each coconut flour, and the butter doesn't have carb. Eggs are technically 0.4 carb per egg, so that's going to be 1.4, and this doesn't have any carb value for 1/8 of a teaspoon. It might for 1/2 of a teaspoon, but I'm not seeing, I might have to look it up. This could add a small amount of carb to it, but I'm calling the recipe 1.4 carbs at this point per piece of bread. So the next ingredient is 1/2 of a teaspoon of baking powder. And your final ingredient is the egg. Fork or a teeny whisk are the tool that you want for this. And just mix it up. What I kind of do is I mix a little, then I let it sit. Mix a little. And because you melted the butter in the container beforehand, the dish is already buttered. Still not done. Going back to this one for a minute. You can see the baking soda foaming and going crazy. Give that one a rest for a second. You can see the texture of the bread changing as you stir and go. It becomes less lumpy. The coconut flour is starting to absorb the egg. It's becoming more granular. You can kind of smash anything that seems lumpy on the side. And it's going to be a little bit lumpy when you go to microwave it, but all in all, it's coming together like I expect. It no longer has any yolk material floating around. You can't see any white bits from the egg. That looks pretty great. Okay, they look like I'd expect. They've thickened up. They're less lumpy. And they have the consistency of kind of a thick pudding. And that is perfect. Now I'm going to go throw them in the microwave. I'm going to set it for 90 seconds and then 1 minute My microwave is pretty weak. Your microwave may need less time. But I'm going to do them together for 90 seconds and together for 1 minute. And I watch them as they go. You can see them rise up. You can see the center lose its liquidness. I actually open the microwave at 90 seconds to take a look at them and then throw in the minute. Okay, I did them for 90 seconds and 30 seconds. They're pretty hot. What you're looking for is to see if they've started pulling away from the side, and they have. And they rise up and then they drop. Hot containers. Okay, so now I'm going to cut them in half. I've never tried this bread straight out of the microwave, so I do not know what it's like. I'm sure it would be more moist than you would enjoy. So my next step is to drop the 2 rounds into my toaster. And I toast this for about 3 sets. My toaster's set on a 2, so I probably could turn it up to a 6 and just test it once, but I set it low and then I just test it low until it gets to a good crusty texture. I have here just a little saucepan, 1 can of beans, which is just under a pound. I'm sure the liquid accounts for some of that weight. Okay, 1 can of beans, my leftover tablespoon of butter, and some salt, pepper, and I'm going to just put this on this burner. This burner is going to have oven heat going to it the whole time. I'll probably kick it on for like the last 5 minutes of the chicken. Okay, so that's the first set. Drop it down again. This vinegar is going to be to dress the beans with. We're going to do a teaspoon per serving of vinegar with the butter and the salt and pepper. Something that my boyfriend requested that his grandma used to make for him, so I will be interested to try that. And so now we have to wait for the chicken to cook, wait to throw the stove on for that, and got my biscuits or my bread toasted, which we're going to serve with fresh butter. Oh, this bread smells incredible! Okay, so you can see right now they don't have like much of a goldenness to them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to do the final toasting till we're ready to eat. You know what I'm going to do? This can go in the oven, so I'm just going to throw it in the oven. It's been 40 minutes with the food in the oven. The beans haven't been in there that long. They went in last thing after we made the bread. And although there's a few of them that look a little overdone, they look perfect for the most part. Ooh, goodness. Okay, so here's my beans. You all know what cooked beans look like. And okay, as long as it's white all the way through, you are ready to go. And these are perfectly done. Take a small amount of this broth and just put it over the top like a hot wing. Nice and spicy. I almost did it. I almost burnt the crap out of my hand. I could feel the heat and I didn't. I kind of did. Oh well. When you're using something like this, I have the tendency to try and grab the hot handle. Don't do that. You will be holding an ice pack all night long. And my beans. Butter. I'm going to re-toast my bread. The third and final toasting. Perfectly ripe avocado. Snap and turn. To slice it in the avocado, whatever size. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slices. Half. Again. More half. Take a big metal spoon. Salt, avocado, pepper my avocado, pull our sour cream back out, and perfect. And so my boyfriend said that she just did a cap full of vinegar per serving. So I figure a teaspoon's about right. For each dish. And I looked online to look it up. They were putting 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar for like a pound of beans. So I figure a teaspoon's under what most people put. So shouldn't be too overpowering. And this is just a distilled white vinegar. I think I will put a small pat of fresh butter on each of those. On the counter, whatever pleases you. Butter. small teaspoons. We used half a stick for the recipe. This is another half a stick, so you're using less than half of a stick per person. Okay, so here it is. Buffalo chicken with cheese, side of avocado, side of sour cream, 2 biscuits, some vinegar beans to eat with your dinner. Alright you guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And make sure you share this recipe on your Facebook so that others can find me. Alright you guys, love you. Thanks for watching. You ain't gonna stop me now. This is my Keto kitchen and I'm gonna come cook you down.